Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. For me, it has been such a fantastic day. We did Father's Day celebration on Father's Day, had the whole family here. It was so much fun and the house is now quiet. There was a lot of noise, a lot of good food, and just a massive amount of fun. So on Mondays, what I generally try to do for my video is to show all the stuff that I have been working on. And some things get finished, not everything, and other things just get a little bit of progress. That's just how that works. I want to show this first one. Oh my gosh, I finished it. This is a wonderful crocheted blanket. Boy, that sun's coming in right now. Gorgeous crocheted blanket. Isn't that stunning? And I used a full Yarn Arts cake like this. Look at this. I've got these other bright, vivid colors. This is the Yarn Arts Flowers Vivid. So is this. It was $309, I think. I'm not sure the colorway. Gorgeous. This beautiful color is, I don't know. Oh, 506. This is 506 in case you're interested in that. So I do have some other stunning Yarn Arts cakes. And these are the vivid ones. Like I said, this one, yep, Flowers Vivid. And this one with the pink and the black. How beautiful. That's 501. And if you want to work with some of those cakes and you just don't want to outlay that money, Hirschner's has, they call them their cotton cake mill ends. And they're a lot of times they're the Yarn Arts, other times they've been the hobby yarns. And last year when I got some of them, I got them with sparkle in them. Ooh, I love the sparkles. I never got any of the vivid ones like that, but I did have a lot of fun with them. And there are two for $15. And if you're ordering from Hirschner's anyway, that's really inexpensive. These I got on Etsy. Love going to Etsy, and the shop that I went to, I ended up getting they have a lot of specials. Buy 10, get 3 free. Shipping's high, but the cakes themselves are pretty inexpensive. And then getting the extra 3 on that. And then there's also other options. You can always go to Amazon and scroll through there and look at their cakes to see what you may or may not be interested in. Guarantee your favorite color is going to be the most expensive, right? But that's just how that works. But those are some options if you've never worked with it and you want to, and you're like, I just really want to try that. Those are some inexpensive ways to get your hands on some. So I used the full cake on this. Oh my gosh. Isn't that just darling? And this is going to be, well, it is a baby blanket. It is. And I have a picture of my son with my oldest son who has claimed it for him and his wife. Yes, there are some of you that are very astute and caught me as I gave away. There's grandbaby number 7 is on the way. And he announced it, and him and his wife announced it to everybody else today on Father's Day, because he wanted to see his sister and his brother in person, not just doing it over the phone. So we knew last week. They didn't find out until Sunday on Father's Day that he's going to be a dad. He's my oldest. This is their first. We are so excited. And he saw me working on this last week, and I asked him, I said, what things are important to you and your wife, right? Which things, and I sent it to both of them. Which things do you want me to make? Everyone has different things. He wants a blanket, wants this one. He can have it. I already made the bright one for Noah, and they didn't know that I was going to make a second one. So there's no arguments about that. Hey, you promised that to me. There's nothing along that line. So Noah already has a very, very bright, beautiful his. Remember that one? It went from the yellow, the sunshine, out to the blue. Oh my gosh, absolutely gorgeous. Same type of thing, same cakes. So they both will have the bright, beautiful, gorgeous blankets to welcome them into the world. And of course, I got to see Noah today too. It was a lot of fun. We got to see all 6 grandbabies. Number 7 is baking. Yeah. And he or she will make an arrival probably early next year. Don't know the dates yet. That's, I'm good. We're going to 7. Oh my gosh. gosh, this baby will be the tiebreaker. We currently have 3 and 3. So there are, and that's why for the people that commented, went, whoa, 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 wait a minute. You said 7 multiple times. Is there something? My kids don't generally watch my videos, but you know how that goes. That would have been the video they would have watched. So I didn't want to comment on anything. I didn't want to respond. I was like, oh my gosh, I did say that. Yeah, because, hey, as soon as they told me that we have a new baby, I'm claiming, right? I'm claiming. I'm grandma. We have a new baby. There will be no denying. So we will have number 7 early next year. And this will be his first blanket or her first blanket. Her, not sure. I'm obviously saying his because Noah, little boy, but this baby, tiebreaker, right? We don't know. There you go. Oh, that's the other one. So really cute. All the girls were around talking with the mommy to be, because this is her first, and giving advice because, you know, there's 6 grandbabies already. So they've already gone through a few pregnancies, right? And saying, hey, do all the wives' tale things right now, just kind of seeing boy or girl. And she said, I have done a bunch of them. I'm like 50-50. And I looked at her and said, you're going to have twins. We have no idea, but you know, you're gonna have twins. There's your boy and girl. That's it. That is why you're 50-50. So it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. Really happy to get this done. And I do have other things that I have made for them over the years. A couple of little things that I've been waiting for when they do have the little one. Let me see if I can grab one of them. Where's it at? Where's it at? Can I reach it? Can I reach it? I'm going to have to do it on another video because I can't quite reach it. But I have some fun. Oh, that's pretty. I got some fun stuff in that bin. All right, we're going to just pretend I didn't do that and just push that bin back. But I do have some other little cute outfits and things like that that I have made in the hopes and anticipation that one day they would have a baby of their own. So really excited about that. I've also been working on some other fun things. Okay, so I think they're fun. I mean, come on, it's knitting and it's beautiful yarn and it's crocheting. Obviously with finishing the blanket is crocheting. So does that mean I get to start another crochet project? And if so, which project should I start? I mean, might as well, right? I did just finish one. I should be allowed to. Yeah. Oh, there are so many things that I have wanted to start. Oh my gosh. With all of the new yarn that I just got last week at Estes Wool Festival, I want to start all of it. I want to play with all of it. All right. So some of you might remember this yarn right here. That gorgeous yarn that I got online, Etsy shop. And this color, right now, it is on sale for $19.60. That is how much I paid for it, for a 100-gram hank of yarn. And I put that to good use. That pattern is a free pattern on knitty.com. It is the heart leaf pattern. Look at that. And it is beautiful. And that is that yarn that I just showed. I love it. I fell in love with this colorway. And then it's really cute too. So look at that gorgeous little shape right there. As we turn it upside down and let me see if I can get right here. Okay. So we turn it upside down and we know I did my angel sweater. This is the angel pattern right here. That's the leaves. Right here is the hollow part where the head goes. They didn't put the bobble on it for this because, you know, it's upside down, but I thought I had to make him. I had to once I realized that, since I did finish my angel, I did finish the angel sweater for my sister. I have to get that off in the mail. And now I have another pair of socks. Oh my gosh. These are gorgeous. And I think I weighed it and I think is it in here? Nope, I left it downstairs. I've got about 30 grams of the yarn left that I can do something else with. So that is exciting. And even if I don't decide to make any other socks and I want to do something else, I know for my advent calendar from Aberdeen Wools last year, they were 30-gram minis. And that was just enough yarn for me to make one of Our Poet squares. So I've got to get back on that to do that. But I'm just giving an idea on how much that makes. And I could also make other socks with it too. But I got another pair of socks finished. Look at that. I got another pair done. Boy, that sun is doing a number, isn't it? Yes, it is. I got another pair done. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I look like I'm in jail. But look how pretty that is. Look at that lace. That is just gorgeous. I'm loving those colors. No clue who's going to pick what. But if we're counting, I have my sock tree here of finished socks. This is my 19-year-old pair of socks, Pomontamus, a cookie A pattern. This is the Fairy Maiden, this one and this one, and these are both free. That's the same pattern, free pattern right there. So on my sock tree, and I got that on Amazon. Love that. So here we go. Alrighty, and that's pretty cool. Let's see, we got that. And I've got my other little shorties. So I'm doing pretty good with my socks. Look at that. I'm doing good. Really excited about that. Getting them done earlier rather than later. Oh my gosh, what a relief. Now we know that on that, I've got the 3 pair. I'm keeping the green ones. They're gonna go in the bucket, but I'm keeping those. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 finished ones to be given away, which is exciting. So what's that, 6 more to go? Minimum at least 6 more. Alrighty, I can do that. And we saw yesterday, I am diligently working on hubby's socks. Oh my gosh. And this yarn is Blackbird Sycamore, and the color is Blood of My Enemies. And it was kind of brought up too, how fun is that to make a pair of socks? These are going to be his toe socks because evidently my husband's a little extra and a bit spoiled, but that's okay. I'm a little extra sometimes and very much spoiled too. But making a pair of socks for him called Blood of My Enemies, and he's going to be walking on Blood of My Enemies. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. So I'm right there. I didn't get any more done on it last night, and today it was getting everything ready, cutting things up, getting food ready, getting things packed up. You know how that goes when you got the whole family coming over. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. It was worth it. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the other colorway on that. Let me see. See if they have any of that one in stock. Super Sock. I don't know if they have any of that one in stock or not. Enemy. I don't know. But I do know that on Blackbird Sycamore, I can't find that exact color, but that's fine. They do have a 20% off sale right now. So if you are interested in that, get it on a sale. I'm not saying that they won't have other sales. I don't know. I'm not affiliated. It was just pretty yarn. That's all there is to it. And I do know that when I got back from the Estes Wolf Arc and everything, they did have some of this colorway on there, the Blood of My Enemy. I'm not seeing it right now, but then again, I'm not really trying to search through a whole bunch. I probably should have pulled that up earlier. That's okay. So I got a blanket done and a pair of socks done and the majority of another sock. I am right there. A few more rows to the toe. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That is a lot. Ooh, that sun. Just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can close that. All right, I closed the window, or at least the blinds, so I don't have all those weird sun streaks on my face. And it did give me an opportunity to go through the Blackbird Sycamore on Etsy just a bit more. They don't have this color listed right now, probably because they sold out. Go figure, it's gorgeous. But if it is something that you were interested in, if I were interested in more of it, I would just contact her. With Etsy, you've got to contact me and say, hey, I'd like some of that. Could you dye it up? There is a page on the back too on some of her stuff, yarn for dyeing, and then special order, dyed to order. So you can do those types of things and do a specific request of, I would like that yarn, right? Because, I mean, they're yarn dyers. That's what they do. They dye yarn so then they can sell it. I mean, that's just how that goes. Anyway, my king size sweater, right? We're interested to see, did I do anything else on my king size sweater? For those of you, yeah, those of you, those of us, those people who are new and have no idea what I'm talking about, I am making a gorgeous, absolutely stunning, my opinion, obviously, sweater. It's called Refracta, and this is by Zanete Knits, and oh my gosh, she is so talented. And I was about there previously, right? See, that's on a little mannequin. I got a little bit farther. No, the yoke's not done. The yoke's not done. One of the things we discovered, I know this. One ridge in garter stitch is 2 rows. 30 ridges is 4 inches. Oh my gosh, is 4 inches. 30 ridges is 4 inches. So that is 60 rows to make 4 inches. What was I thinking? This is like in stitches. If I were using worsted weight yarn or something, I swear this thing would be a king size blanket. It's just, there are enough stitches for that to be that case. But I'm going with it. I'm doing it. I'm going with it. I've got progress. And I even got some more needles. Yes, I needed them. I did need them. I did. So I'll show you the needles too. I have got this. It's on 2 needles. I was waiting. Amazon said this was going to be, I was going to get this, earlier in the day. It kept getting later and everything. So I grabbed 2 of my size 1 needles, 2.5 millimeters. And that's what I have on right now, because I can't use my try-on cord with this because my try-on cord has a thicker diameter than what this does. So it doesn't work. Not too well for doing that. So I wanted to see what it looks like. Look at that. It's like a big Dresden plate. Oh my gosh. See, look how much farther I've gotten. I finished that whole diamond. Yeah, got a little farther. And I think I've got 2, maybe 3 more ridges, 6 rows, 6 more rounds. Oh my gosh. And then I do my next increase. Right now, I believe I'm like 368 stitches per row. It's a lot. And did I mention this is 2.5 millimeters on my needles? 2.5 millimeters. Did I mention that? Did I bring that up? Was I clear on that? Why did nobody yell at me through the little screen going, excuse me, maybe not right now. You have a lot on your plate. Nobody did that. No, you just let me go headlong into this. It's beautiful. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. But here we are on this. And I'm loving it. And I've got the pictures. And I've got the picture of it on the mannequin so we can kind of see that little bit of a difference. And I haven't put it on myself yet. And let's see, I think I've got like 25 more ridges, so 50 more rows before I do the split for the underarm. And this is done right here. This part right here is done back and it's in circular, and it is done with short rows, and it's wonderful. And then the color work is done back and forth. It's not in the round, and then you stitch that up right there. So a lot of interesting things that I've not done previously. So that's cool, right? I'm learning, right? And it's nice to take some things that are challenging and to learn. Really kind of trying to be careful that I don't slip these stitches off, since I am right there at the full length of both needles. Yeah, all right, so that's the back. Here's the front. Let's see. Oh, look at that. You're like, I can't see it. I know. Here, let me go like that. Oh, there we go. Look, what do we think? Oh, it's pretty. That's pretty. Is that center? Great. Either way, I like it. So a little bit farther, and then I get to go. I think it fits great. It drapes nicely, right? That's pretty. Okay. I'm just going to keep going with it, and it's going to be gorgeous. That is so much work. The yarn I'm using is the Shapies Whirl. Got the 2 colors right here. This is a lavender color, gorgeous. I started this one working from the light to the dark, and this one started from the center going dark to light. Hubby said after I had already gotten quite a bit of this done that I should have just gone dark to dark and light to light. Yes, I get that, but what he was saying is have it as the green being the pop on the outside as opposed to the lavender. He was saying that, and I didn't want to go with the light to the light at the very end because that's what my swatch was. Different colorways, but it's the same concept and really hard to see. This was just to give me an idea on my gauge. Gauges lie. They do. They lie. So I'm at this point, I'm going to continue, and maybe it just doesn't pop as much as some other sweaters pop because of my color choice. And I'm hoping that I'll get down into that darker lavender by the bottom of the sweater. So we'll see how that works out. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. There we go. And I like that. It is so nice. This is my first time. I got a sock needle right there. This is my first time working with this yarn. And let me give the specs on this. I've always wanted to. I mean, I've seen it. I wanted to work with it. I'm like, I want to play with it. This is a 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. It is a light fingering weight yarn, hence the size 2.5 millimeter needles. Yeah, 2.5 millimeter needle. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. This right here, these cakes, oh my gosh. This is 1,000 meters, which is 1,094 yards, and it's 215 grams. And I believe when I weighed mine, both of these weighed heavy, which is wonderful, which means a little bit more yardage. So I should be good with being able to do my sweater. Oh, it's pretty. It's so nice. It's so pretty. And the reason I got these needles, this needle set, this is an inexpensive needle set. And this is my third one like this, third set like this. One of the needles I've got on here right now is one of these sets. And let me pull up, how much did I spend on this one? Not a ton. And I've gotten the other ones for really inexpensive. You know how Amazon is? You know, sometimes it's like really, really cheap, and other times you're like, oh yeah, not so much. Okay, great. I can't tell how much it is because this wants me to do a QR code to log in. That's not happening. But I'm going to show you these. I got this because these are 40 inches. My other ones, I've got the 16 inch and the 24 inch. Yes, they are made in China. Right here, and this one's kind of nice. This is the first time I got one that actually has printed on it that it's in English sizes. This one tells you US 11 8 millimeter. My other packages don't. They do say what the size is, but it's not American sizing, so I still have to use my needle gauge. That's fine. But this is what I wanted right here, was the 40 inch 2.5 millimeter needle. What I've got right now is the probably 32 inch, I think. I think that's what I have. But these right here, the cords are nice. Oh, metallic cord. I've got this right now. I've worked with 2 sets of the needles from that. Oh, just a moment, let me grab it. All right, so my other needles, this is what I had previously. They came in a case like this. I don't know what that says. There we have it. It comes like this. Okay, fine. You know, it doesn't matter to me what it says on it. And then opening them up, you had a sticker on it, had a number. And for these, the bigger the number, the smaller the needle size. So for where it says size 12, that's where it was for the 2.5 millimeters. This where it says 13, 14, 15, and 16, that's even smaller. That's getting into the multi-zeros. Okay. And you just have to have a good needle gauge. And this one comes with the needle gauge, but again, that's not the American sizes. Okay, I just used one of my own needle gauges, but it gave me what I needed. And I don't have a ton of size 1 or size 2.5 millimeter needles around with all the different lengths. And those aren't the ones that are on like my interchangeables where I can just add different cords. So I've had these for quite some time. I have used them. And here's the other ones with the longer cords. So these are just the longer cords. And I started off with this, with the shorter ones, with this sweater, went to the longer ones with this sweater, and then ordered this one because now I've got the 40 inch. So I can do that. And it was the price of like a name brand type of needle, 15, 16-ish dollars, maybe a little more than that. Size 40 inches. I don't use 40 inch circulars too terribly often, but now I have them. This also came with one of those weird crochet hook on each end, plastic little darning needle, and a few of those safety pin stitch markers. I got it because I definitely wanted this, and now I've got the full set for anything for the longer needles. I've had no issues with working with this, with these style needles. I did read the reviews on them, and one person had commented, one of the top reviews for this, that the cords are similar to the Choigu cords, but Choigu's better, right? They did comment on that, but for the price, for the money, for everything else, this was working for them. They just couldn't be as aggressive with these needles as they were with the Choigu needles. For my purposes, they're gonna work absolutely perfectly. Got here on time. I mean, there you go. And that's where I'm at right now, is I would prefer to be on a 40-inch needle. You know, you can see with this just laying flat like that. And that gives me more options as it gets a little bit bigger when I'm putting on that last bit of extra stitches, that I can still put it on my mannequin. I can still drape it over my body with this needle and the other needle that I've got, and it'll work out just fine. So it's nice to have the tools that are needed. And you've seen me talk about different needles before. Do I like the fancy, expensive needles? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I use the other needles? Yes, I do. But I have preferences. We all have preferences. For my purposes, these things are great. These things are actually a lot higher quality than what you would expect for the money. It's a good way to put it. They really are. And it's a good one to have around. I don't necessarily travel with these. Well, I don't do a lot of traveling anyway, so of course there is that. But the cords are perfect. They do what they're supposed to do. They just do what they're supposed to do, and they were the size that I need them to be. That's a good way to put it. And I do like on this one, like I said, they do have it printed on the sling with the US sizes. The other ones don't. I just have to guess. And they do have, if you have like X-ray vision, they have something etched in on the actual needle. I don't have X-ray vision, but it is there. There, okay. Who can see those things? So that's my newest set of needles to go in with the other ones. Absolutely perfect, just in time, exactly what I need for this. That's what I got done this week. This was a lot. Oh my gosh. And finished socks. Oh my gosh. And went to the wool festival and just had so much fun. I mean, it's been a great week. And we got a new grandbaby. We got a new grandbaby. Did I mention that? We have a new grandbaby. That's just exciting. So our family is growing. It just leaps and bounds. Absolutely fantastic. And what better is it than, you know, him being able to announce on Father's Day that, hey, by the way, I'm going to be a dad too. So I thought that was just a lot of fun. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.